Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I'm going to be talking about the movie Born in China and the people who went to see it, right? So when I'm at the movies, I really, I'm just absolute huge movie fan. I really like to go to the movies, and I feel like everything at the movies is fun because one of the things that I really dig, and it was very interesting at Born in China, is who is going to see that movie. So me and Logan went to see this movie, and we have this super cheap in theater near us. Their tickets are literally $4 a piece on matinees, but we couldn't go see Born in China there, and that's one of the reasons why. Is a lot of theaters are like, this is a documentary, we're not going to show this. We got real movies to show. Like, bring in Logan. So it was kind of interesting. Like, we had to go search this out, and the reason we went to see this movie was my son Logan. He's 10 years old, and he said, "Hey, I really want to see Born in China." And then like 2-3 days later, he says, "Hey, I really want to see Born in China." And like literally the Friday before we could see it on Saturday, he's like, "Can we go see Born in China tomorrow?" So he was insistent. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, no problem. Let's go see it." Now, this is a big deal because honestly, I had no desire to see this film. I don't watch nature films, and not because I think they're bad. It's just like they would never ever reach my level of watching. We're blessed to be born in this day where there's an amazing amount of animated material. There's an amazing amount of anime. This is all material that I would watch before I would ever get to a nature film. So I would watch any sci-fi films, any fantasy films, any action films. You could take the same thing and show them in shows. There's video games I would play before and then, anime and animated shows. There's just a million things I would watch before I would watch a nature movie. So I would have never seen this film if my son Logan had not specifically asked to go see it. But he did, so we went to see it. So when we went to see it, I was like, I wonder who's seeing this movie. And I feel here were the distinct groups that went to see this movie. One, I didn't know this before we went in, but Disney made it clear, and you could see it at the theater. There were some things in the theater lobby that made it clear too, that this movie was being released on Earth Day, and was kind of a celebration of Earth Day, and it was part of the celebrations of Earth Day. And also, I didn't understand this either, but by me and my son paying for tickets on opening weekend, Disney does some kind of matching, and then so we've essentially, by going to see this movie, we gave to environmentalists. Almost gave like a charity to environmentalist causes, which is kind of strange for me because I'm not an environmentalist. And I don't really support any environmentalist causes. I'm far more concerned with coal. I think coal's awesome for America. I live in Pennsylvania. I know people who need jobs, and I would much prefer to see coal happen. Oh, by the way, no spoilers in this. So it was kind of odd. I'd never had that happen before, where I went to a movie and something I didn't intend to happened, which was me supporting environmental organizations. Kind of strange, and kind of very directly. Like they were like, "Hey, thanks a lot for seeing this opening weekend. If you'd wait until next weekend, it would have been just like any other movie. But because you came this week, you gave to this cause." Which I was like, "Whoa." So that's my point. Is there were a lot of environmentalists in the organization, in the theater. And I could tell this because there were like parents saying, they were talking to their kids, and they're like, "This is part of our recycling effort. This is part of, just so you're aware, this is the reason we're here today is XYZ," and explaining to them how this was part of their environmental lifestyle, right? I expect and also I would have bet there were a lot of Priuses in the parking lot. So. Then the next group of people is animal lovers. I think there were really distinctly animal lovers. I saw one lady showing as we were coming down, showing a picture of her dog to the lady next to her. So like, and then also in addition, I think there were absolutely parents like me, just parents and their kids. Kids have this strong love for animals, right? It's just part of their nature, and I think God built it in. But there were a lot of kids there who just were telling their parents, "Hey, I really want to see this movie about a bunch of animals romping around in the forest, or in China." And so that was really interesting. So you had animal lovers, you had environmentalists, you had children, who had gotten there by, convincing their parents to take them. And then there was one more group in there that I shouldn't have been surprised to see, but there was another group in there as well. And so that was the the full range of groups that were going to see the film, which was kind of interesting to me because I didn't expect it to be that way. I didn't think the groups would be that distinct, and it was really quite interesting. So that was just, I thought that was kind of very interesting to see the breakdown of the people that go see these movies. Another thing I didn't understand was that this is a thing. Like, these Disney nature films are definitely a thing where they continue to just make these, which kind of interesting, I guess. I'm a little worried that I might have to go see one of these again next year. Actually, I should say, I really enjoy it. Once I was in the theater and I was watching it, the cinematography is amazing. The way they bring the animals to life through the narrative that they've written is really great. I was really shocked how good this movie was. Really dug it. Take care.